It's day 3, and let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's NGI here, and we're going to go over a wrap up of the Game Expo of Summer Gaming IGN event, Expo Day 3. And they did the speed run in the beginning, and then it went into the trailers. We're just going to break it down real quick. And the first thing they showed off, they started it off with Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive is an upcoming game in the Guilty Gear series that was announced at EVO 2019. It will be the 17th mainline installment, and overall its 24th annual release. Not much is known about the game aside from the fact that it will be a completely new Guilty Gear, and they also revealed a new character, Ram Lethal Valentine. It's another fighting game. For me, it looked good graphic wise. I haven't really played a lot of Guilty Gear. I'm guilty of that, pun intended. But it's something that maybe I would look into in the future. Then they came up with Castle Storm 2, and let me tell you, the chat was not happy about that one. Powered by Unreal Engine 4, Castle Storm 2 returns to a classic fantasy land of medieval madness, rifles with heroic knights, enchanting sorceress, glorious griffins and sheep, and a new threat rising literally from the grave. Walking corpse, headless horsemen, zombies, sheeps, all around nasty necromancy. You get the picture. You build an entire empire through gameplay, and it encourages your inner hardcore strategists, and you command and control your soldiers to rule and triumph. I'm just gonna say this. I'm not really interested in much of it. I played Castle Storm 1, I believe, and I was just like, no, thank you. After that, they showed off Ranch Sim. Kid you not, it's about your grandfather's pride and joy ranch that you have fell apart and it's on hard times. And you have to be the one to turn things around by setting up a remote forest valley through Homestead with all your abilities as you attempt to turn it into the most prosperous ranch in the region. You can do it alone or up to 4 players in co-op multiplayer, and it features rebuilding your ranch from the ground up as you use the livestock and help them survive. You can also go on hunts, take out baddies like the bear and wolves that put your ranch in harm's way. Yeah. Everspace 2 followed up, backed by Kickstarter. Everspace 2 is a fast-paced single-player space shooter with deep exploration, tons of loot, and classic RPG elements. Experience a thrilling story set in a vivid, handcrafted open world full of secrets and perils on a journey to become human after all. Hunt for epic loot or go from being poor to rich, customize your arsenal and ship and embark on your own journey. Everspace 2 definitely seems like something to keep your eye on. It also got my eye. Then the next one didn't catch my eye because it was Warhammer 40k. It was a huge gameplay trailer, and Mechanus is coming to consoles. It does look good with the customization options of the game, but the lackluster gameplay, and then I guess if you pre-order, they're offering you a soundtrack and some physical goodies like a guide or something like that. Next. Skater XL had a dev interview and a gameplay was showed off on the Nintendo Switch, and my gosh, that game needs some milk. It looks really ugly. It has tons of pop-ins and pop-outs, and you can see glitches in the gameplay. They're also pushing this for a July release, which is like, well, the way it's looking, I highly doubt it should be possible, and I really wouldn't recommend getting it. Unless you do have some disposable income and you just happen to love the skater game genre and you want it so bad on Switch, and even then, I'd still scratch my head. Unless they do some heavy polishing within a month, it's going to be a tough sell on Switch. I hope the other systems and their versions look a lot better. Followed up by some creepy, really freaky title and some super weird gameplay, we had Lucifer Within Us. Lucifer Within Us asks you to solve non-linear, story-rich mysteries with your wits, making observations and deductions in a world of demonic possessions and invasive soul-scanning technology. It features investigative timelines, real chilling mystery-like puzzles. You banish the demons and expose the false utopia that everyone believes they're on. Plain and simple, for me, this ain't it, dog. 13 Sentinels came dropping bombs by Atlas. 13 Sentinels is a game that was being ported from Japan. It's a cross-genre video game developed by Vanillaware and published by Atlas for the PlayStation 4, released in Japan in November 2019, and it's planned for a worldwide release in September 2020. The game is divided between adventure side-scrolling segments and real-time strategy battles, and follows 13 high school students in a fictionalized 1980s Japan who are dragged into a futuristic war. I am a huge fan of JRPGs and Japanese games in general, so 13 Sentinels seems like the game to scratch that itch. It also had a crazy blend of graphics between the game showcase, and it definitely something like that I want to like check out, you know what I mean? It just seems pretty cool. Followed up by Phantasy Star Episode 4, new story segue coming to Xbox and PC this August. As someone just now getting into the Phantasy Star Online game world, this definitely seems interesting. I just have to catch up in the story because I can't enjoy it, and let's be real, I'm only on Episode 1. Total War Troy dev had an interview and gameplay footage, and I'm not interested in it at the slightest, but if you're into it, cool. But I really don't have anything to say about Total War Troy. Moving on. Until the End had some exclusive gameplay being shown, and a fun fact here is that a husband and wife made this game together. Until the End is a handcrafted cinematic platformer. Alone and outmatched, a humble father must endure a desperate journey to get back to his family. Armed with a sword and a dagger in his wits, he must outfight and outsmart the creatures he encounters as he goes through the unfamiliar lands, where every step brings him closer to home and is fraught with untold dangers. It features read-react combat, a one-of-a-kind combat system focused on skills, mastery, handcraft encounters, gorgeous terrain, and more. The fact that this game has been made by a husband and wife already sold me on the very least principles of at least giving it a shot. It also helps that the game doesn't look too shabby either. Blue Fire came through on the screen with some action-adventure gameplay. Embark on an extravagantly journey through the desolated kingdom of Penumbra and discover the hidden secrets of this long-forgotten land. Explore mystical temples, encounter survivors, and take on strange quests to collect valuable items along with your adventure. Slash your way through daunting adversaries, roam across mysterious and abandoned regions, leap through deadly traps, and ultimately become the master of art and movement. It features a huge 3D world, horror-filled, unique areas, and diverse enemies. It features intense platforming combat, aid lost survivors for valuable rewards, collect crazy collectible items, upgrades, and more. I love action-based 3D platformers, and this seems right up my alley. With the craziness it showed on screen, I am definitely a fan, and I also like that art style. Bonus points. Hard Space Shipbringer is how they brought the expo to an end, and you are equipped with the latest link text, carve entry points, salvage valuable materials and components with your cutting tool, or slice scrap metal at any angle into a million pieces as you ponder a lonely existence. The possibilities are quite endless. Be cautious though, because dying is extremely unprofitable. My honest opinion about this game is it seems diverse enough to give it a try before shutting it out completely. It's just something that I would also have to find the right time to play, because there's just so many other things to play right now and all this news to cover that I just can't do it all at once. Anyway, guys, make sure you smash that like, hit that subscribe. I am Husky Puppy over here at NGI, where we cover all the latest in gaming, tech, news, and reviews. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless and peace. Bad.